In this video, we are diving into the world of Azure with a hands-on tutorial. You will learn how to create a resource group and storage account in Microsoft Azure using PowerShell step by step. By the end of this video, you will have the knowledge to create a resource group and a storage account in Azure using PowerShell. So make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. Now let's get started. First, let's briefly discuss what resource groups and storage accounts are. A resource group in Azure is essentially a container that holds related resources for an Azure solution. It allows you to manage and monitor resources as a group. For instance, all resources for a web application, such as web app, database, and storage account, can be grouped together. A storage account provides a unique namespace to store and access your data in Azure. It supports different type of data storage such as blob, files, queues, and tables. Before we dive into the script, make sure you have the following prereqs: Azure PowerShell module install, an active Azure subscription, and logged into your Azure account via PowerShell. Let's quickly walk through the steps. First, open your PowerShell and install Azure module if you haven't already. To do this, type install module -name az allow clobber -force. By this command, it will download and install the AZ module into the PowerShell. Next, log on to your Azure account. So on line number 2, you can see here the Connect-AzAccount. This is the command to log on to your Azure account using PowerShell. By that way, you will be able to manage your resources on Azure with the PowerShell. Now let's start by defining some variables. So from starting from the line number 4, we have already set some variables for quick demonstration. So for the first variable is for the resource group name. Later on, we will going to use that name to create our resource group with this kjx-mgt-rg. The location that you have to define in which region you need to create your resource group and resources. So for that purpose, I have used East US2. You can use based on your requirement. On line number 6, you can see the storage account name variable. So we are using kjx SQL backup and this get random command. So this random command will generate the number between 500 to 1000. Why we are using that one? Because if you know, we need to use unique storage account name globally. So it should be unique all over the world. So for that purpose, I am randomly generating any number so it will not conflict with any of the existing storage account on Azure. The next one is SKU. The SKU that we are using right now is a standard LRS, which will provide the local redundancy. You can choose based on your requirement, like standard LRS, ZRS, GRS, RAGRS. These are the various type of SKU. The option I can say. On a line number 8, kind, the storage account V2. So we are using the general purpose V2 storage account here, which will provide us a XSTR like hot and cool. That is the different topic we will cover in a future videos where I am going to create a dedicated video for that purpose. So let's move to the next. On a line number 10, you can see that this we are starting to crafting a code to create a resource group. On a line number 11, that write host. So what it will do, it will write a text on your screen when you execute the command. So write host, with write host we are going to type that creating resource group colon that resource group variable, the whatever value we have put it on that variable, that will be typed, and in it will provide the location name as well. And that hyphen foreground color, that will we can define the color of the text, what color we need to use when it will type by executing that command. So you will get to know what I mean to say when we execute the command. On a line number 12, you can see that we have created the variable for with the name of resource group. So what it will do when we execute this new hyphen a0 resource group hyphen name, and that resource group name variable, and the location with the location variable. So by executing this command, it will go ahead and create a new resource group in the Azure. Once that new resource group will get created, what it will do, it will store all the values in this variable. So if we need to use any of the value in a later stage for different purpose, we can use that using via this variable. So for that purpose, we are dumping that values into this resource group. So let me move to the line number 40. You can see here it is checking that we are using that if condition. So if condition, with this if condition, what we are going to do, we are going to check, is there any value in this variable or not. If there is no value in this variable, then it will execute this command because the condition will not fulfill. If there is a value, because we are using not is equal to null, so it will check that in this variable it should not be a null. So by successfully executing this command, it will dump the values to this variable, and this variable will no more null. So it will write that resource group uh, is created successfully. Now let's move to the next part, where we are going to craft a storage account commands. The same thing that we are using, that write host creating storage account name, and in which resource group we are going to create, it will display that message on the screen in the green color as I explained previously. So on a line number 23, we are going to create a variable with with the name of storage account, where we are collecting the data of the newly data or value of the newly created storage account. So the command to create a new storage account is new hyphen az storage account hyphen resource group, and we are providing the name of the resource group with the variable and the name that we define in the variable, and the SKU and the kind and the location. So these are the mandatory fields that we need to provide before we execute the command. Otherwise, you will get an error. So these all are the mandatory fields we need to use when we want to create a storage account. The same thing, it will check the storage account after executing this command. It will come to the line number 25, and we have already provided this if condition. So that's same as the resource group. It will check that if this variable has any value or not. If it doesn't have any value, then it will write that failed to create a storage account and the storage account name. But if it will find the value is already there, it will write the storage account name created successfully in the green color. And let's move to the last part, where we are going to collect some details of the storage account with the get command. So in line number 32, we created this storage account details variable, where we are going to execute that get az storage account, and we need to provide the resource group and name. So we need to provide that in which resource group and which storage account we need to collect the data or value. So by this command, it will collect the value of the storage account or properties of the storage account, and later on we can display it with the write host command. So by that way, uh, once we it will execute this get Azure Storage Account command, it will collect the property or value or data into this variable, and then we are using that variable in the later lines. So first line with the write host, we are just we are going to type storage account details in the write host. On line number 34, we are going to populate the name of the storage account. So if you want to uh, get the name of the storage account within this variable, you can what you can do, you can create a one more variable with dollar, and in the bracket you can type that dollar variable and just put a dot, and it will populate the properties, further properties. So let me show you how it will populate the property and how can we select. So if I just put a dot here, as you can see here, it will populate the possible properties. So you just need to select which property you want to populate on this line, or which property you want to use. So there are list of properties you can see here. So we need to use storage account name. So we are going to use storage account name here. Same as a resource group. So with the same method, we are going to populate that resource group name property, the primary location, SKU, and in SKU further you can select the which property you want to use and the kind. So that's it. This is the script that we can use to create a storage account with the resource group. Let me run it so you can see how it will run. I'm going to comment it out by typing has here, because we are not going to use this one because I already have this module installed, so I don't want to run it again. Uh, so let me save this, and on a Visual Studio Code, you can directly run the command by clicking on this one. But if you are using the PowerShell, what you have to do, you just need to uh, run that command by going to that path, or you can use this command, create resource group storage account .ps1. So by using or by running that file .ps1 file, you can execute or you can run the command. So let me click enter. So it will execute the command. I get the window open on my browser in the backend, where it is asking me to provide the user ID and password. So let me provide that user ID and password. Let me click. Yep, we are done with the authentication. So as you can see, now it is running this line number 11, creating resource group. Then it after that it runs that line number 40 and check the value that it is fulfilling this condition. That's why it's writing the resource group and resource group name created successfully. You can see here, now it is creating the storage account, and yep, we can see here the storage account has been created successfully, and these are the details of the storage account which got created, the resource group east us2. So by that way we can validate that the storage account is created, the right resource group in the right region, the SKU, and the kind. That's it for now. If you like this video, please like and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you.